All right, welcome to Unit 4, Savings. This unit's going to come into two sections. Section 1, learning about why we should save. Section 2, what are those types of savings plans that we can prepare for. So this first unit, or this section, is called Why Should We Save? So we should save to plan for the future. All right, saving means setting aside money to meet your future needs, those that are expected and unexpected. Your savings should grow to meet those future needs. Examples of expected savings plans would be maybe saving for your senior break. An example of an unexpected need may be a car breakdown and you need to replace your brakes or you need to get your engine repaired. Typical saving plans include your savings account, your certificates of deposit, also known as CDs, and money market accounts. So why should you save? Well, you need to meet your short-term needs, and those are going to require money beyond what you cover with your current paycheck. Knowing that through budgeting that you put 10% aside every paycheck to put towards that savings plan, but also you have your expenses such as your fixed and variable expenses that are planned for in your budget. But when you have needs that are beyond what your discretionary income can provide for, you want to set aside money. And that's going to help you with emergency needs such as your car breaks down or appliance breaks down and you need to repair it or replace it. Vacations, like preparing for your senior break or senior trip and putting money aside every single month so that you can pay for that trip. Or even those social events like attending your favorite concert, knowing those concert tickets cost probably, $50 to $100, maybe even more than that. And then major purchases such as like putting down a down payment for a car. Long-term needs are going to require a lot more money, mainly provided from investments. And so those are going to come like home ownership, needing to put 20% down for a home. So you need maybe $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. Saving for either your future children's education, or maybe you are wanting to continue your education and needing to put money aside for your education. And then obviously, I know it's hard to think about, but your retirement, age 65, comes faster than you think. Putting aside money early can help you save more money in the long run. These plans, either saving for your future needs and your long-term needs, help provide financial security, and that's making sure that you're confident and prepared for future household needs and wants. So amount of savings is really going to depend upon what your discretionary income is, how conservative you are with your budgeting, thinking about your value spending, how do you put that money aside, what kind of things do you spend on, and then what you have left over needs to go towards those savings. So the less purchases that you need that are not necessarily requirements to your budget and saving or spending money frivolously can really affect how much discretionary income you can put towards savings. And that's the money left over after your bills have been paid. Also, savings is going to depend upon how important or how you value spending in your personal life. What your anticipated needs and wants are. So are you looking to move out on your own? Do you need to put money aside for that? Are you getting ready to go away to college? Do you need to put money away for that? So that's going to really depend upon what your lifestyle goals are. And then what is your willpower? Forcing yourself not to spend frivolously and putting that money aside to meet those needs. And that's your ability to plan to and stick to a budget. So how does your money grow? First, you have your principal, and that's the amount that you are putting aside in your savings account or in your piggy bank. That's your money. It's the principal of the savings account. Your money is going to grow based on the interest, the earnings on that savings account, that savings device will offer you. Unfortunately, savings accounts have very, very low interest rates, so growing that money quickly is not very likely. If you use the simple interest method, it's interest computed on the amount that's saved only, so it only calculates interest based on what your original principal was. And then there's compounding interest, which is what most financial institutions use to calculate your interest, and that's interest computed on the original principal plus interest earned on a regular basis. Also, you need to be considerate of what is that interest rate. What is your annual percentage yield, APY? And that's the actual interest rate on an account that's paid per year with compounding. So compounding interest annually. When you look at taking a look at your compound interest formula, you're going to be looking at first year, you put aside $100 of your own money, which is your principal. You have a 6% annual interest rate, AYP. So you multiply that 100 times 0.06 or 6%, so you earn $6 in interest that first year. You add that to your current balance, and now you have an ending balance after year one of $106. Using that compounding interest method, I get to actually take that beginning balance again of year two and then multiply that by my 6%, and now I earn $6.36 for that first or that second year, and so my cumulative balance in my account after year two is $112.36. And then after year three, once again, I get to use my beginning balance, not my original principal, multiply that by 6%, I earn $6.74, so now my ending balance after year three is $119.10. So that is significantly more than versus just calculating simple interest where I would only be earning $6 every year based on my original principal. So the point behind interest compounding is how often it calculates that interest, the more money your account's going to earn. So before, our last practice was compounding interest annually, where they only calculate the interest one time per year. You can also have it your interest compounded quarterly or even daily, which is what a lot of financial institutions do as well. So now we take that 6% interest rate of $6, or 6%, sorry, and we divide that over how many times that interest is going to be calculated. Well, because it's being calculated 4 times in that year, hence quarterly, I take that 6 divided by 4, and now I'm going to have a 1.5% interest rate that I'll be able to add on to my principal every single quarter. So you can see your money's going to grow at a slightly faster rate. So your original principal is $100. I'm going to earn 1.5% interest every quarter. So you can see after quarter one, $1.50, quarter two, $1.52, quarter three, $1.55, and quarter four, $1.57. So I've earned slightly more interest after year one of $106.14 versus my original $106. And that continues to happen every single quarter, compounding that interest of 1.5%. Remember that 1.5% is really that 6% annual percentage rate divided out by how many times it's compounding that interest per year. So where can you save? You can save at commercial banks, savings and loan associations, and credit unions, and even some brokerage firms. So there's a wide variety of places in where you can put your principal and have it earn interest to save money for your future needs. So you can see there's lots of great reasons why you should save now to meet your expected and unexpected future needs. Our next section will talk about where I can set up those accounts and the types of accounts I can have.